I'm going to demo right now is going to be our HDBaseT extender kit. This one has the HDMI plus IR plus RS-232 as well as a 3-port hub for Ethernet, and it's all over HDBaseT. The part number for this is the R014-EXT-VAIR3L. So here's the front side, and you see the RS-232 ports as well as the IR ports, and then the LEDs. On the other side, we have the 3 Ethernet ports, and then we have the HDMI input or output depending on the receiver or transmitter, then the HDBaseT cable port, and lastly the power port. So with this done, I need to introduce my actual other stuff, my equipment. So because this is HDBaseT, I'll be using a Blu-ray player. The Blu-ray player I'm going to be using is going to be a Panasonic first, and that's a 4K upscaler. Also, and then for the TV side, display side, I'm going to be using a Vizio TV, and that's a 4K TV. Now, I also have this monitor here that's connected to a computer because this unit has RS-232 control. That's why I'm using the computer to show you. So, you start connecting everything. Now, with my cable, this HDBaseT product goes up to 100 meters with Cat6A. That's why I have here a Cat6A 100 meter cable. Then I got HDMI cable, 6 feet HDMI cable for the player, and a 16-foot HDMI to the TV. So that's how I'm going to be working with. Additionally, because this has Ethernet, I will be connecting some Ethernet cables that's connected to internet, and I'll demo that at the end near the end of the video also. So let's start connecting everything first. On this side, I will first connect my HDMI cable as well as my Ethernet cable. I'll connect my HDMI in, and then connect my Ethernet. And then that's my HDBaseT cable right there. Then I'm going to connect my Ethernet cable right here. I'm just going to connect to any port right now. Any port's fine. And lastly, I'm going to connect the power. Now when I do, you notice it starts lighting up. And look at this side right here, this side. On this end, we have the power LED comes up. LED, the other LED is flashing because I haven't connected the other side yet. That's fine. Before that, I am also going to connect my IR cable. Now there's an IR in, IR out. And depending on how you want to use it, you could do from receiver to transmitter or transmitter to receiver. That depends on the IR in or IR out. So in this case, I will be using IR out because I will go from receiver to transmitter. So this is going to come out to the player. And here's the IR out sensor. I'm going to have it look facing near my player, near the IR sensor on the player. And lastly, I'm also going to connect the RS-232 cable that I have going to my computer into the unit right here. There you go. So that's just transmitter side, that's all connected. Now for the receiver side, same thing. On this end, I'm going to plug in my HDMI cable in. The other side of my UTP, my HDBaseT cable. And then to the TV, I have an Ethernet cable to the TV. And lastly, I am going to connect the power. Now, when I connect the power here, same thing. You'll see the power light come on and activity light blinking. So, now, right now I have my player and TV off, so nothing else is functioning. Now, one last thing before I do connections. Lastly, my RS-232. This RS-232 is going to go to a barcode scanner. To the barcode scanner here. And I'm basically going to use this to demo the RS-232 transfer data-wise. Now, also additionally, another thing I'm going to connect is going to be the IR cable. Now, because I connected that IR cable to IR out on the transmitter side, I'm going to connect the IR in receiver to IR in. And this is the IR in receiver, that's how it looks like. So now, with everything connected, I'm going to turn the power on, both devices. And once I start turning the devices on, you notice the HDMI link comes up. That's because it sees the TV and player and it's talking to each other. So it comes up. And you can change the input to HDMI 2. And it's loading. But before I go to the loading screen, let me just show you the home screen for the player. So here's the first home screen. Now, depending on what player you use, the player has different settings, different way of setting it. But the setting I'm going to be using is going to be different on this. So I'm going to do this is the Panasonic setting screen. I think it's set correctly. So let me see. I want HDMI resolution auto. Then I'm going to do 4K output, 24p 4K, so I could do 4K to 2K. And also I'm going to do deep color auto, so this is the way it is. Now with everything set up, I'm going to hit play. And everything worked correctly. Video should be coming up, and you see here it's loading. Here you see video loaded up. Now if you notice on the info side, you notice it says 2160p. What that means is basically 4K 2K. And additionally, you know, and so everything right now is working. So let me just go to the real quick, try to skip ahead to a video. It's actually where you can get sound quality. And here you see here, audio and video. So basically right now everything is working correctly. I'm going to go to the home screen real quick right here. Now with this home screen, I am going to demo something else. So you notice right here, player video is playing. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to demonstrate right now the IR functionality. So for IR, the way I configured it right now is with my remote control, I can power control the player from the receiver side. So let's say the table here. Underneath this table is a different room. I'm going to use my control right here to try to control the player. And you can see right now, I'm trying to select a different thing, doesn't work. Above the table, I can select the screen, with the scene, hit play, no problems. But underneath the table, I'm hitting pause, play, fast forward, nothing. That's because I have my IR cable above the table. Now, if I move the IR cable back down here, and then with the now, and my IR in is on the receiver, IR out is on the transmitter, with the IR out diode looking at the player, I hit pause, play. You notice video pausing and playing. Same thing with fast forward or go back. It follows the commands. Again, now if I move the receiver back out here, up here, and down here hit plus, hit any of these buttons, nothing happens. So that's what IR does. Now, for IR, you can do the other way around, from transmitter, control TV, but that you require another set of cables for that, IR cable for that. We only provide one pair. So that's it that's the IR. The next you have is the RS-232. Now RS-232 can be used for controlling the source side, but in this case I will not be doing that. I'm just going to do a simple barcode scan, RS-232 barcode scanner, and just to make sure the signal passes through. So what I have right now connected, the RS-232 scanner, I am going to scan the barcode, and let me pause that real quick. And it should come up here, pop up here. So here's our band code, and here you see what I'm scanning is being transferred through my extender kit to my PC. So RS-232 is working. Now, the last thing this unit does is, like I said, is Ethernet. It has an Ethernet port. So my keyboard right here is connected to my network. and to the internet. And the other end, the TV side, is connected to this unit. So with this connection, I should be able to use my TV, connect to the internet. So let me check right now. You go exit. And then you try looking up like iHeartRadio. Or some other program. So you hit menu. And I'm going to show you my network real quick. So you see here the network. All these little things I should accept. Now you see here it says the wire connection is connected. I'm going to test the connection real quick.
Okay, go.
And here you see it connected. Everything is connecting. So it does see the TV does see it's connected to Ethernet through my HDBaseT extender.